Welcome, wonderful, golden, beautiful, wonderful, golden people. I can see wonderful, wonderful people. What a beautiful, beautiful evening before setting off to Indonesia, Bali, and the Gili Air, Gili Tea, Gili Meno, and possibly other places. Hopefully, going to see some beautiful people. Donnell and Don Tolman and other people, hopefully, and that should be really nice. It's been a long time since I've been off. Talking to the crew at the Pure Energy Healing Academy, which was really nice to have a catch up. I want to also say, anybody who was watching this on catch up, congratulations for becoming a Pure Energy Healer this year. We started off many years ago. I don't know when we started the online course. It's a good few years now. The online course, the original course was a 4-day course, and it was in the academy, and it was €800, and I was full up most months. I could only take so many people, and then this crazy time hit us, and it was difficult. We couldn't possibly, we didn't know anything about. I'm just wondering if she's going to start barking or not. We didn't know really anything about the poison and what it would do to the body. We didn't know how pure energy healers would react, and we wanted to play safe. Simple as that. And I made a decision not to work on people who were jabbed because I didn't know what the effect would be to us, to me. I didn't want to get sick or ill, but this is new territory. It's I don't know what's going to happen. So I thought about myself for the first time. I wouldn't normally do that, but as you get older, you do start to think about your health. And I said, look, I'm not doing it. What I did do is I offered healing to some very close friends that I've known for years, who reached out to me, and obviously everybody went through a different process of being jabbed, and it's none of my freaking business. You do whatever you have to do. If you have to feed the family, and you don't want to lose a job, I get all of that. I totally understand what you had to go through. I'm not judging. The reason why I'm not judging is because I ended up working on over 100 people to try and give healing to them, absent healing, which used to work very well. But it soon came evident that just me, I'm not talking about any other healer, I don't know. Some healers might be like amazing, super amazing. That doesn't make any difference to them. They can heal anybody. I get it. I haven't been doing it for a while, but my clients were saying that they weren't feeling much. They've still got the pain in the head. They've still got the pain in the front lobe here and back lobe, and there were heart issues and tinnitus, and like maybe 15 minutes of relief, and then they were back to feeling pain again. Anyway, cut a long story short, we decided when all this nonsense started to create a virtual experience. It's the only way we could. We weren't allowed out. We weren't allowed to help people. We weren't allowed to, that's satanic agenda. Of course it is. We know it is. Everybody knows we're run by Satan lovers and worshippers now. So it's difficult. Anything that you want to do good and kind, you forget it. If you want to be a healer, forget it. They're going to come after us. Look what happened to Don Tolman. They chased him away from Australia. They chase people away, and they attack good people who just want to try and help people. So we created this course called the Pure Energy Healing course online, and it was a virtual course, and it was created virtually by Layla Satie. You all know her. She's one of the teachers at the Pure Energy Healing Academy. But not only is she a pure energy healer, but she's a master of photography. She's a master of video. She's won awards in Cannes for her short film Father. So she was the perfect person, and it was her idea. And I thought, because I was a little bit reluctant to do anything like that, because I'm old fashioned as we are, but I had to shake that off and trust it. So we did this pure energy healing course in the mountains of Slovenia, near Austria, I think, border of Austria. It was beautiful. It was a big hotel. We invited some people on the quiet, and we recorded it with some amazing film shooters. These guys have worked on Hollywood movies. We had fantastic sound crew, and we had some beautiful people who wanted to become pure energy healers. So it was brilliant. So we all came together in this hotel, no masks, and we started healing people who were, we invited people to come to have healing. And it was fantastic from the start, from day 1 to day 4. It was beautiful. What a beautiful experience, all recorded. So now we've got this amazing 4-day experience, moment for moment, being recorded. Myself talking and Leila Sati talking about pure energy healing, and then we do the healing work, and you can see us all healing while you're doing the healing as well, because the instructions on the course basically says, okay, it's now 1 hour, you have to do your healing. So it's for dummies, really, like me. I wanted it to be easy for people like me who are not pretty smart on computers. So that costs, it was, yeah, 20 plus thousand to just make that one, and we made 2. So the course, we decided, look, it's not a course one-to-one where we're with them, but it's a course, and it's a beautiful course. So I wasn't going to make it 800. I said, let's make it something like 550. We actually sold tons of courses at the very beginning. People absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then this moment of people, I don't know, it went from shopping because they were stuck at home at learning our pure energy healing. So we got like hundreds and hundreds of people learning pure energy healing at that moment. We were doing live videos, talking to 50, 80 people, and it was incredible. But then I think it hit home that everybody had kind of like realized that it's not the same world anymore, and we have to be careful. And we listened to that. We listened. And so we all sat down and said, what can we do? And we made a decision that the people who can afford will still be able to afford, because there's still rich people in the world. Of course there are. And then there's people who can kind of afford, but they have to work very hard to. And then there's some people who just can't afford. So we came up with an idea of a 1-year plan. And that 1-year plan was to have a sliding scale. So instead of it being 550, it went to something like 370, and then it went down to 275 for people who really can't afford it. Like, this course is worth so much more in mind, body, and spirit. So anyway, I know I'm talking money and stuff, but it's important that you understand that now it's been a year, and at the end of this month, that that offer that we did for 1 year is nearly over, and it goes back to the original price. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who took advantage of that. I want to say thank you to those who honored the original price because they could afford. That's like me, mind blowing. It's amazing. And we have a beautiful family of pure energy healers now, worldwide, all over the world. A lot of pure energy healers don't want to be named. They don't want to be in the public eye. So that we understand. And then there's a few that, want to, practice and want everybody to know, which is beautiful. It's a nice combination. So, you know, if you were thinking of doing the Pure Energy Healing Academy and then you're going to get upset because at the end of the month you go, oh, I was thinking about doing the Pure Energy Healing course and now it's this price. Right. Well, you've had a year. So I'm making this video to announce that by the end of this month, at the end of this month, it goes back to the price that we originally had. And I'm sure we'll do other offers and things like that in the future, offering whatever. But it's been a year, and that's been something that we talked about. And you know, I'm not here to say that, but wages need to be paid. So anyway, we did our bit, and I hope you appreciate it. If you did take the course and you got it for 275, congratulations! What brilliant, brilliant, fantastic! I hope you are a working healer now, practicing Pure Energy Healer. I hope you've already been a working healer, but you're applying Pure Energy Healing into your practice, no matter what you do, whether you do other modalities. It's just, and whether you're a mother who just wanted to learn Pure Energy Healing so you can offer it to people that you love, your family and stuff, whatever you've done and however and why you've done it is for me huge gratitude that you found your way to the Pure Energy Healing online course, and I appreciate it with all my heart. That's all I've got to say about that. So thank you. And well done. Congratulations to all the healers who received their certificates. This month's been pretty amazing. So well done. We have some lovely healers all over the world, Japan, China, India, every part of the world, really. So it's amazing how we're growing and growing. So cheers. That said, I've been rushing around like a blue ass fly. I've been doing videos and uploading them, but keeping them on private till I get to Bali, and then I'll upload the video because my time difference will be different from where you are. So I'll upload the video. There's crystal videos, chats, but I think I'll do most of my chats and probably do them live in Bali. I'll take you to as many places as I can as I'm working on my book. So I hope you can encourage me to finish the book, which is The Ancient Art of Flower Reading. It's a book, a manual, and also a beautiful section at the back that the flower that you love. I think it's 50 flowers, the most common flowers, which is the flower that you feel today, which is your favorite flower. You open the book up, or you might even see a flower and think, oh, what a beautiful flower. And then you open the book up to that flower, and that gives you a message. It tells you about you and your path and your journey. But mainly it's an incredible, very simple way to learn flower reading. And I think my teacher, Shirley, would be smart. I think she's smiling now, knowing that people will honor that and keep that going forever. Hopefully it will never die, and from generation to generation more people will learn. And I hope this book becomes really, really popular, because it's a beautiful book and very easy to read, navigate, and the instructions are so simple. Even when I read it back to myself, I thought, oh, this is great. People are gonna really be able to read flowers very easily, the way I've done it. It's basically self-explanatory, and you can then bring in a lot of your own intuition at any given moment. So that's good. I'm going to finalize the book. I'm going to then try and find somebody who is a photographer or somebody who has images of the 50 flowers that we need. I also need images of stems with leaves. Leaves have to be certain directions. They can turn out, turn in. So all of these things are like little diagrams to help people understand what everything on a flower there's a significance on every flower, depending on the leaf, the shape of the leaf, the color of the leaf. If it's brown, if it's dying, and so all of these things are so vital in the book. If it's got a little creature on there, all of these things have meaning. So I've really gone into deep dive into it, and it's I think very, very accurate. So I'm looking forward to, and what I'm also looking for this time, and I wrote it with Arlene. Arlene takes my words and then recreates it, and she was happy enough to say, yeah, let's take it to somebody else to proofread. And I'm thinking not just proofread, but somebody who's worked on books, who has a fantastic reputation of working on books and making them into even something more special, by changing the wordings perhaps, or adding to. So I'm kind of, if any of you guys know anybody, I'm trying to look for maybe somebody who's worked on some. I'm not talking about famous, I'm talking about good books that you've read. And it's not about the money, by the way. I don't care. I just want it to be brilliant. So I am willing to pay, of course I am. And, I did remember trying to find somebody once, but all of the good ones were taken up by the major book publishers, and none of them would work with me for my books. So maybe somebody who's absolutely amazing, and who has got credentials that they've worked on books that have been, let's say, very, very powerful and popular, that people can digest and say that was a good book. I'm looking for somebody like that. And if you've got any recommendations, let me know, because I'd like to put it into somebody else's hand who is so knowledgeable about that, and can help us with it, because I think it's something worth doing. I think it's definitely worth doing that final bit, because my books are lovely. I love my books, and people love reading them because they're easy to read. But maybe this time with this, we just change it slightly and see, but we'll see. So that's it really. I've finished at work, all done, all packed, ready to go. Just sat here contemplating what a beautiful, challenging, and heartbreaking year it's been. But we've pulled through it. We've got through it. Somebody asked me online this afternoon, how do you think the next 6 months are going to be? I don't just say that they're going to be interesting. I think they're also going to be challenging. Like, I did a kind of card reading not so long ago. I think it was at the start of the year. And the card that I got was a defeat card. And the defeat card is a challenge all around us. You can clearly see that it's just rubble and everything's fallen down. There's no life. It's challenging even getting from A to B. It was a bad card. It's a bad card, very bad card. But the one thing which is beautiful, and it's a reminder, is that when all around us, when everything is just, turning to shit, there's you in that card shining bright. And that is the message I gave then, and I still give it now. The world can be going crazy around us, but as long as we shine our light, that's how we'll get through it. And I keep the same message. I keep that same message. You, no matter what is happening around you, is the answer to getting through what's coming in these next 6 months. So you obviously can't do anything to save children that are being killed by monsters. There's nothing you can do about that. You scream and shout, and you can cry, and you can pray, and you can do all of that, but monsters will still be monsters. They are not like you and I. They are living in and it doesn't matter where they are in the world. There's monsters all over. And these, evil entities that reside within these spacesuits, their energy is to kill, their energy is to maim, their energy is to beat and cause pain and suffering, because they feed from that. That's why if you ever watch, any war happening, you see that the monsters are just killing anything, because they feed from that. And that's why it'll never stop. You say, oh, it's this prime minister, it's this politician. It's nothing to do with politicians and prime ministers. It's just there are entities that come from another part of this cosmos, like you come from the cosmos, but a place of love and healing. You don't want to hurt anybody, but there are monsters that reside in these spacesuits that are a different consciousness. And that's what we've got to get used to and understand. You can't change a monster. A monster is in that energy field. That's what it feeds from. It feeds from abuse of children, killing, suffering, pain, illness. It wants to do all of that so that your energy changes. So it feeds from you. It feeds from that energy. It's like a hit. It's like a hit of heroin. That's what they feed from. As soon as your energy goes into fear, they feed from that. So, this is the reason why there's always, throughout history, there's always wars, because it feeds the monsters. And that's the way it'll always be. But, there's only so much we can do. We can send our love, but we still have to carry on with our life, and we still have to create, because that's where we're here. And we point out wrongdoings. We point out whenever we see something wrong, and we always speak our truth. We don't stay silent, because then you're just living in fear, and that's no good. You need to express yourself and speak the truth, because you will suffer with guilt, and guilt will turn into physical issues, and then you'll be really sick. So you've got to speak your truth. And I've noticed somewhat a lot of beautiful souls are getting sick because they're frightened and they don't say anything, and that's when the guilt inside them, they won't tell you this, but they will have guilt inside them, and it will eat away at their heart, at their stomach, and at their mind. So you have to speak your truth, no matter how you do it. Little ways, posting, sharing your truth online, talking to friends and telling the truth, whether they like it or they don't like it. But pointing out truth, do no harm. And if you're doing harm, then you're a monster. You're an evil, satanic monster. So that's how I see it. And there are a lot of beautiful souls in this world who come from the same place as you and I. Lots and lots. But we have to recognize that we're not all the same. So there you go. That's it, really. I always remember sat down reading for certain people, and there was always a message that came from, which I believe, our home world. And it was a message to many people, and it was always kind of a similar message. It wasn't a repeat, my brain repeating it. It was literally a message that came through. And it used to look at the person. So I'd look at the person and say, and they'd tell me all their worries and fears. And I'd say to them, just ask yourself this question. If you were to move into the light tomorrow, you weren't here anymore, do you think your son would not be able to carry on without you? Do you think everything would stop for your husband? Do you think everything had stopped for your dog? Do you think everything had stopped for your job or your business? Do you think everything had stopped for your home, the cleaning and all the things that you do? Do you think everything would stop and everything would just fall apart and everybody would just die and go insane? Think about it. And they go, no, it wouldn't stop. And then I say, well, what do you think would happen then? Well, my son would probably be upset, but he'd probably get stronger. And yeah, and what about your husband? My husband would be really difficult for him, but he'll get by. And what about your job? Oh yeah, there'll be definitely somebody else able to take over your job. So now you realize that life won't stop without you, right? So if that's the case, why don't you give yourself a rest? Give yourself a break. Go away for a week or two from your husband and your child and just go for a rest and a break. Come back again. So they'd go away and have 2 weeks off and come back again. And then I might see them in the village, or I might see them in Fuengirola or wherever, or they might send me a message, and they'll look completely different. And they're shining and like, I've never seen you like this before. Because, not because of the holiday, it's because of a self-realization that you're not the only one to fix everything in this world. And my point being, for you, as well as for me, we're not here to fix anybody. We're not. And once we realize that, we get on with our life and have the best life we can, do the best we can. And life wouldn't stop. Life didn't stop when my mum died of cancer when I was 12 years old, even though I wanted it to, even though people were laughing at, at a funeral after party and saying nice things and how beautiful she was. And I'm like, why aren't you all upset? Why aren't you all stunned? Why aren't you all sad? Why are you all behaving like this? Don't you know my mum's dead? And then it took a while to realize as a 12-year-old that life carries on and actually everything's going to be okay. And the most beautiful thing out of that is that coming into a world of healing people and helping people through channeling messages from the spirit world, you realize that you don't die. And my mum ain't dead. And neither is your mum or grandma or dad or child. They're always there. And they're always around us. And it's such a beautiful thing that happened to me to connect to your family and say, your little daughter's here. I haven't got a daughter. Well, I can see her. She's got flowing red hair and she's beautiful and she's got a pointy little nose and she's 9 years old. Oh my God. I had a miscarriage 9 years ago. I said, well, she's here. And, it feels like your grandma. And she's just showing me this. What is it? It's in my hand and I'm rolling it and I can't stop rolling it. She says, oh my God, my grandma used to have this thing in her hand and she used to roll it all. Like she's showing me now. She's rolling this thing. My God, my grandma's here. Yeah, she's always with you. She's watching you all the time. She loves you. When you come to understand that you've done thousands of readings and attuned to people, there is no such thing as death. Nobody dies. Only the body. But your soul, your beautiful soul, where it comes from, that spirit world, the world where we feed from love and kindness, creation, giving, sharing, caring. That's where we come from. And we never die. And I swear to you, the moment you take your last breath is the moment you will be free. Free with happiness and joy. Going home, holding your family's hand, being part of this beautiful energy, this ocean of love and healing and feeling that you cannot explain. And that is the oneness that we talk about. I am wishing you all a lovely day. When I speak to you again, it will be in Bali. Wish me luck. I decided not to go onto a Boeing jet. Smart move, Mark. And that's it. I'll see you in Bali. Wishing you all a great day, guys. Love you all. Bye for now. And again, thank you so much for becoming a pure energy healing practitioner. Thanks, guys. You've got till the end of the month to take advantage of a 4-day course valued, in my opinion, well over 2,000. And it's only 275. So maybe it's time you learn healing. Maybe it's time you learn to connect. Maybe it's time you learn all about pure energy healing. It will change your life forever, I promise. That is a promise. It will change everything. Become a pure energy healer. It's not just being a healer for others, it's being a healer for yourself. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. If there was ever a course I would recommend, and I'm not somebody who recommends anything lightly, but this pure energy healing course was created by the amazing Layla Sati and all the wonderful people who were there for that 4 days, everybody. And the editing and the workmanship and the amazing simplicity of how to use it online it's a masterpiece, and it changes lives. The only thing I ask you to do is take 4 days off, just 4 days of your life, and take it serious, and tell your family to leave you alone for 4 days until you call them to have a healing session. That's it. And call your friends and say, you're practicing pure energy healing and you'd like to do a healing session on your friends. I don't know what to do. Don't worry. It's self-explanatory. Everything is guided for you to do it. There's nothing that you have to think about. It's all given to you really simply. So, yeah, love you all. Bye, guys. Lily. Love you all. Somebody said I don't, who was it who said it last week? I don't connect with you enough and talk to you on here. Maybe I should spend 5 minutes just saying hello to everybody. Maybe you're right. I can't chew chewing gum and walk at the same time. So, okay. Hiya, Alan. Love you, brother. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Ramos. There's a few people. Oh, look, there's 111 online. 111. Yeah, love the number. What does it mean? I don't know. Well, hello, Portugal. 0 point. 10 point. Did anybody watch the Satanic revision song contest? If you didn't, well done. Okay, guys. Hello. Safe journey. Thank you so much. It's a long journey, but it's worth it. If anybody's in Bali while I'm there for this month, say hello. Come and say hello. Ow, my shoulder. Okay, guys. Have I said enough? I've said hello to everybody, yeah? Hello. 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 Hello, you. Hello, you. Hello. 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 Okay. Thanks so much, Sonia. I'll definitely try my best. Hello, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Your friend Huxley. Very well. Thank you so much. Is that Connie? Thank you. All right, guys. Wishing you a lovely evening here in look at my face. Look at this beautiful view. Much better. Oh, I said we had raspberries, but the blackberries. Excuse me. I'm so silly. When I come back from Bali, I think we're going to strengthen the cage, double strengthen the cage. It's massive, by the way. It's a chicken coop. And we're going to look for some new chickens which haven't been vaccinated because we miss our chickens. Took a bit of time to get over it, but you get over this kind of thing. This, miss them. Of course I do, but yeah, it's a bit like losing your dog, which is the quickest way to heal from that. get another dog. I'm never gonna have another dog. Never gonna have another dog. I'm never gonna get pregnant again. Oof, that last pregnancy. Never again, never again. How you doing? Oh, I'm pregnant. I think we're all the same. All right, guys. Happy day. Thanks for the kind wishes. Take care. Bye for now, guys. Hasta la vista. Hasta mañana.